Hey everybody, Steelbook Obsessed here, and Pixar is coming out with their latest movie back in theaters, finally with Lightyear. I'm excited to watch it. I don't know when this video is going to come out, either before or around when that movie launches, but I will always love Pixar. Mr. Mike Wazowski, Soul Toy up there. I have a Steelbook wall, and right now it is Pixar-fied. So let me show you my Pixar Steelbooks. Well, here it is, folks, in all of its glory. Absolutely love the way this looks. My wife got me some magnets that stick to the wall. The magnets never come off. I think I'm going to show you all of these Steelbooks one by one, and look how easy this is to take off. Boom. That stays there. If you want to stick it back on, you can. Just that simple. Absolutely love the way the wall looks, but I love the way these Steelbooks look too. And let's start off with a banger, Toy Story Mondo edition. Mondo is a fantastic company. I absolutely love the way their artwork style looks. And they've made a line of Steelbooks. They have a bunch of them. Maybe I'll show those off in a future video. But this Toy Story one, one of my favorite Steelbooks. I absolutely love the way this thing turned out. Love the art style they went with. Going on the back here, I love how simplistic Andy's room is on the inside artwork. And we got the alien right here on the disc. Region free, as you can see. I don't know. There's something about this release that I absolutely love. Now, a couple of years back, Best Buy came out with this Pixar Steelbook line that kind of has a child book illustration scheme aesthetic to it. Pretty basic, if you ask me. It's a fine release. You got to get in close to kind of love the artwork, because from afar, it looks pretty plain Jane. I do like the inside artwork, though. It actually takes a still from the movie, and this is one heck of a still to grab. Next up is Toy Story 2. I do not like how Bullseye has that devilish grin, and look at those eyeballs. Really makes me think that he wants to hurt those toys riding him, but what do you do, I guess? Again, another basic image on the back too, just Buzz and Woody's footprints. I don't know, but again, the inside, they knock it out of the park with, so I can be mad on one hand, but really love part of this release as well. Unfortunately, with Toy Story 3, a movie I absolutely love, I feel like they dropped the ball quite a bit on what imagery they decided to choose, because there's so much great scenes in this movie that the ones that they chose to be part of this illustration line, very lackluster, if I do say so myself. But if we go over here, one thing I forgot to show off with the other two releases is that there is some nice debossing in these releases. It just kind of helps the title of all three of these really pop. And if we go to the back, again, great screenshot to choose from. I love this shot. It really makes me upset that there's a box on the outside and a box on the inside, and the inside is where all the goodies are. Have some goodies on the outside too. I don't know, it irks me. But speaking of dropping the ball, this release for Toy Story 4, oh my god. They could not have went any more generic than what they actually did here. A very boring background with just shots of characters. So generic, so boring, not a fan at all. Oh shoot, I forgot that I have not been showing off the discs. So I will do that with Toy Story 4 because the discs, I mean, the artwork on there really pops. I don't know why you go brown plain Jane on the outside of your Steelbook and just have all of the color on the inside. Weird choice. But yeah, here is the inside of what this looks like as well. Another great shot. They know how to choose their stills from the movie to show off. I'll give them that much. Next, it's time to show off this Finding Nemo Steelbook. And oh my god, the image that they chose for this front cover. I mean, come on, what more could you ask for with this? There's some nice embossing on the titles here. Nice embossing on the fish themselves. Absolutely love it. And then they go with Crush and the gang on the back too. Again, this release shows that they can put a lot of love into their releases. I know this was a Best Buy exclusive. God, I want to say this came out when the movie came out, but this was where if you pre-ordered the movie, you were able to pick up the Steelbook, and you got two different packages. You got the Blu-ray packaging, and then you also got the Steelbook packaging that you could put your movies into. They used to do that. They were weird back in the day. Let's flip this to the back. And boom. Oh god. I got this one used, so there's a disc missing, but I do not care because I've got the Blu-ray, I've got the movie. It bothers me a little bit, doesn't bother me a lot. Mine. There's a nice shot of all the seagulls on the inside. Kind of a weird image to choose, but it gave me a giggle. And one thing that I will show off before I go on to the next title, a lot of these pre-ordered Disney Steelbooks have fantastic packaging. I love all of it. It's got some, I forgot to show off the nice little embossing right there on all the edges. Usually only European releases do that now. Love how Disney, Best Buy, US used to do that. Irks me that they don't anymore, but I really like the way that the spine looks on these. I don't know, it just helps it stand out even more. One of my favorite Pixar Steelbooks. And now I'll show off the 2 Steelbooks I have for Finding Dory. One of them, again, is that children's illustration one. And then here's one from the release when it originally came out. Let's start off with the illustration one. I will say on this one, not a bad image to choose on either front. I'm pretty happy with the imagery on here. Again, the nice embossing and the title to make it pop a little bit. Not too shabby. We flip it over. Here are the discs, 4K, special features, regular Blu-ray, each with their own individual picture, which Disney is great at. And here's what the inside looks like. This is probably the weakest part of this release. It just shows Hank and Dory, and I don't know, not that memorable of a scene for me. And here is the original release of Finding Dory. This was a Blu-ray release. I can't remember if this one came out in 4K or not, but yeah, I like this front cover quite a bit, but just Dory hiding in here, I don't know. The 2 pictures don't really work that well when it's opened up like this. They contrast quite a bit. I really like it when my Steelbook looks very together in their imagery. I guess it has to look sharp. It has to look smooth. And this looks like it's 2 different ideas. Here are what the discs look like in this release. And here is the inside artwork. I kind of like how they made this look like an aquarium. Like all of the characters from the movie are here swimming around, having a good time. I like it. Now here is the 4K Steelbook for Turning Red. I really like this movie. I think right now it is my favorite movie of the year so far. Absolutely loved it. My kids love it. I think that helped me like it even more, especially 2 daughters that I have. I don't know. Just it pulled the heartstrings quite a bit. I think this release is fine, plain Jane. There's no embossing. All of their Disney new release Steelbooks, unfortunately, do not have embossing, debossing of any kind. Kind of stinks. I'm used to it by now. I haven't bought in the past few. I didn't buy Luca, I didn't buy Onward, but Turning Red, I love the movie so much I had to pick it up. And on the inside, all 3 discs are just the red panda making those cute little faces. Oh. And Pixar is back on track with the inside artwork. I am in love with that image. And fun fact, did you know Turning Red is the 25th Pixar movie? Isn't it crazy there's already 25 of them? I'm old. From time to time, I will get lucky and find a premium Steelbook at a dang good price. Here's one of the 3 Pixar premiums I have. I'm pretty sure all 3 of them are from Kimchi DVD. This is Inside Out. And you are not ready for the gorgeousness that this release has. There's so much shine on this slip. Absolutely love it. I don't know. I mean, every time I look at this thing, I'm in awe. But then we take all the goodies out. First, there comes a booklet. I never read booklets in any of these things. It's nice and glossy, but it's also from Kimchi. Some of it is in English. Some of it is in Japanese. All the pictures in here look good, but yeah, again, I never really flip through these. But what I do like to look at are the Steelbooks. And this Steelbook not only came with the full slip, but it came with the slip cover for the movie as well. It just adds a whole bunch of color pops to the Steelbook. There's the back. Again, a whole bunch of Japanese writing that I don't really read. I do like Bing Bong, but now let's slip this out. And just all of the color pops kind of go away and it leaves a nice clean image on the Steelbook. Again, on this release, you can see that there's some nice embossing to make those characters pop even more than what they already do. Slide it around to the spine. Let's go to the spine first. You get some nice images of the characters. If this camera can zoom in, I might just have to keep it like this, but you get the gist. I think that's why they came with the full slip to begin with, is because you can't really read the name of the movie on the spine. Not quite sure if that's the case, but that would be my guess. But yeah, there's some nice embossing right here. There's some nice embossing on the characters. Again, I love this release. Nice embossing on the sides too to make those pop a little bit more. I don't know. I love this Steelbook. Here are what the discs look like. Really nothing to write home about, but there they are. And as you can see, this was the 5th release from Kimchi DVD. Knocking it out of the park. And just in case you wanted to look, here is what the whole Steelbook inside artwork looks like in its entirety. But this release also came with some cute character cards. I'll show off some of these character cards now. I would rather have a lot of cards than I would a booklet because these are nice glossy images. That's what the back of these look like as well. And I don't know, as a collector, this is the stuff that I really like to look at. The nice little extras. I love it. It also came with more cards. I'm gonna try to hold these up one by one, but as you can see, they're kind of see-through. They're just little character one-shot cards, but the love and care that goes into all of these, I appreciate so much. There's Bing Bong, and Anger, and Disgust, and Joy, and the last one, of course, is Fear. I do like Inside Out. I think I've seen it 4 or 5 times now, and every time I do, it keeps on getting better and better. It's one of those releases that when it first came out, I just thought it was okay. But yeah, it's one of my favorite Pixars now. Here's the 4K Steelbook release. Again, in that illustration, animation form. It's okay, but just after looking at that Kimchi DVD premium one, you can't help but just say, oh, this is all that it is. But I don't know. Not too shabby. Again, the embossing, that's a nice look at that. You can kind of see in the S there. Not too shabby, I guess. Let's flip it around. There are the discs. The main reason why I bought this, I think right when COVID started or right before COVID started, Best Buy was selling all of their Disney Steelbooks for $10 each, or at least a bunch of them they were selling for $10 each. So to get all of these Pixar movies in 4K and great Steelbooks for them too, it was a no-brainer to pick them up. And just in case you were curious, here's what the inside artwork looks like on this one. Let's quickly go through the Cars Steelbooks I have. I'm not the biggest fan of this franchise, even though I thought the first movie was pretty good. But again, here's the illustration line. Not too shabby. Doesn't look too bad. This Cars emblem logo though, oh my God. That looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the way that pops on there. But yeah, the release itself, it's fine. Flipping it over to the back here. Here is the 4K and the Blu-ray disc artwork here. I don't really want to pop the discs out on this one, so you kind of get the gist on the inside artwork. I did not buy Cars 2 because that movie is a hot dumpster fire, so I just picked up Cars 3. I found this one used, I want to say for $6.99, $7.99, somewhere around there. I know it was less than $10, but I thought the imagery on here was pretty dang good, pretty solid, simplistic. Sometimes simple is better, and this one I think looks pretty great. Here are what the discs look like, and the person who owned this before me really wanted to keep that sticker saying that, oh hey, there's new Cars content in here. Yuck. And since you couldn't see the inside artwork on this one with all those discs on there, here's a shot of that. Boom. I told you I had 3 Kimchi DVD premium Steelbooks, and yep, you're looking at that right. I have one for The Good Dinosaur. I got this release for $20, and here's a secret. I actually like The Good Dinosaur quite a bit. This movie gets shit on so much. I like the artwork on this. I like how it's kind of caveman drawing esque, just with all the, like the blotchy watercolor look, making it look kind of primitive. I don't know. It's just it's got some nice texture pops on this release as well. I'm a big fan of these kimchi releases. I don't know what to tell you, but let's slip these bad boys out. First, the book. That's a really good image right there. Boom. But yeah, flipping through it, it's a book. But if you really want to talk about simplistic caveman-esque artwork, this front cover, again, simple, works for me more often than it doesn't. And I like this. Again, there's some nice embossing in between the handprint and the dino here. Again, on the sides. The spine is just characters. I really wish the name of the movie was on there, but what do you do? But yeah, look at that gorgeousness on the back cover too. Just so pretty. On the back here are the discs. It's loaded with even more goodies I'll show you in a second. But just in case you were wondering, here's what the inside artwork looks like. Gorgeous shot in here. What are your thoughts on The Good Dinosaur? I really like it. I think it gets shit on way too much. There are so many more CGI movies that are way worse than what this is. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Let me know about this. I want to know. First thing I'll show you that's unique with this release that wasn't in the Inside Out one, it comes with a sticker pack. I am shocked that these are still here. I thought my kids would have taken them for sure, but they're hiding in this movie, and I don't think they know they're here. They better not watch this video. I'll show off some of the glossy movie stills that this release came with it too. Again, I love looking at these. I don't know if it's just me. Do you like looking at booklets in yours? What extras do you like seeing packed in your physical media goodies? Another question I would like answered, because these pictures, I don't know. I like them a lot. That picture, look at that. It's so gorgeous. And it also came with these little itty bitty mini poster looking cards. I don't know, these are just okay. They look very similar, if I'm being honest. Next up, we will go with the Zavvi exclusive of Monsters, Inc. I really like this release because, as you can see, it comes with a lenticular. But the lenticular, oh god, if I can do this with one hand. Maybe, here we go. It's magnetized. It's the same picture on here, and it's just a normal magnet, but it clips on and just gives it a little bit more of a texture pop. I wish more Steelbooks did that. I kind of get why they don't. Magnets, especially lenticular ones, aren't the cheapest to make, but it does just kind of help the release look fantastic. Although the mirror image almost on the front and back, just a zoomed in picture there. Again, Monsters, Inc. is a movie that has a lot of visual flares in it. Why they would use pretty much the same image twice beats the heck out of me. Here is what the Blu-ray and the 3D Blu-ray look like. And on the inside, we have a nice character shot that I'll show the rest of. Now, there it is. Looking pretty sharp. Again, not the most original imagery, but I don't hate it either. There were other illustration steelbooks made, but this is the last one I own. But it's a doozy, folks. Here's Ratatouille. This has to be one of my top 5 Pixar movies. Love how serious this is for an animated film, especially an animated film rated G. I love cooking, and this shows that skillfully done. Just a great release here. Patton Oswalt is the main character. How can you go wrong? And to this day, the last 15 to 20 minutes of this movie just give me all the goose pimples. They give shivers down my spine. Perfection when it comes to movie making. I've got 3 more Steelbooks left here, but this one might just be my favorite that isn't a premium edition. This Coco Steelbook is a work of art, folks. Just zooming into different pieces shows you so many little hidden details that they threw in here. Absolutely was in love with this as soon as I saw it at Best Buy. I knew I had to pick it up. I love this movie as well, so that didn't hurt matters. But yeah, this thing just pops. And again, they put the embossing in the logo. Always a nice added touch for me. There are also so many color pops here on the disc. there's the DVD, special features, and Blu-ray right there. And here is the inside artwork. Again, just so many colors, makes the eyeballs just pop out of the head. Love the imagery on this release, from front to back to discs. This thing is amazing. Now, the last of the premium steelbooks I own is for The Incredibles, and man, I wish that lenticulars would show up better on camera, because this thing is crazy with just how it looks. It looks like imagery is just popping out. That hand especially, it just looks fantastic. Again, this is another Kimchi DVD release. There's Syndrome. I like this release. I like all of these. Like I said before, I feel like I'm a broken record, but all these look sharp. I love the steelbook for this though. Just wait till I show you. Here is the book. This one's not as thick as the other ones, but there's also not a lot of words. There are a ton of pictures in this thing. And they're nice, glossy, high-res pictures too, so probably the best book out of the bunch. I don't know. Not a big book guy. But look at this amazing concept for a steelbook. It uses both front and back to make one image, and I think that looks sexy as all get out. I love a simple, clean image aesthetic like that. It just works so well. I don't know. Am I the only one that thinks that way? I might be, and I'm okay with that. The disc looks plain Jane. It's got more extras. But first, here is what the actual inside artwork looks like. Pretty hilarious. As for the pictures, here are the 3 glossy 4x6 pictures that this release comes with, along with the 6 smaller character cards. Again, these are just okay. Added extras are always nice, but yeah, I don't know. These are kind of lackluster. Boom. Oh, I almost forgot, these Kimchi DVD physical premium edition Blu-rays also come with this credit card looking card. It shows you the number. This is the 36th release that Kimchi DVD released, and they made 1,300 of them, and this is number 1235. Again, another nice added touch for collectors out there. This release also came with this envelope filled with even more goodies. The table I'm using right now does not do this justice on how absolutely long this poster is, but it just gives you character shots with the Incredibles title in the background. I don't remember seeing this artwork anywhere else, but I think this is a pretty nice added feature, just something you wouldn't get with any other release. And last, but maybe least, I don't know, here is the Steelbook for Incredibles 2. I get that they're an average family, but they're superheroes. I still don't really like the design they went with here. I like simplistic. Here is a version of simplistic gone wrong, because I don't know, just not a fan of this at all. Even though there is some nice embossing on this release. I don't know, right here, right there, you can kind of see it, but not a fan of washing superhero clothing. Don't know what to tell you. But the 4K disc, look how that sucker pops. Like the imagery on the other discs as well. And I really like the image that they used for the inside. This is simplistic done right. I like this one. I like that raccoon too. Get him, Jack. But yeah, that was indeed everything I had to show you for Pixar Steelbooks. This took way longer than I thought it would, but I think this is going to turn out pretty well too. My plan is to make a video that shows off my entire collection, so this was just a good start of things to come and how long that will actually take. Because going into all of these into detail, man, especially those premiums, I like doing it. It just took a lot of time. I hope you liked watching it. Let me know what you thought in the comments, because I need to know if this was even worth doing or not. I think it was. I enjoyed like looking at this stack. This stack looks nice. But I kind of just want to see what you want from me on this page for long form content. I'm assuming this video is going to be around like 20-30 minutes. I'm not quite sure. I haven't started editing it yet, obviously. You know how long it is when you clicked on it. That must be nice. But yeah, let me know. Did you like the Pixar Steelbooks? Are there any other Steelbook sets that you'd like to see in further detail like this? Maybe Marvel, maybe DC, Tarantino, Edgar Wright. You can kind of break it up any way you want to, but let me know what you want in the comments, and honestly, I will read every single one of them because growing my YouTube audience, I really want this thing to grow kind of like what my TikTok has, which has grown way bigger than what I thought anything that I actually personally made on movies would. So, let me know what you want to see from me. I hope you liked this. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Goodbye.